We're getting stuck in between a little bit, so just to bring it to your notice.
Yeah, is it? Okay, just let me know. Now the recording has started. We'll start. You can just
All
show
right.
your hand so we'll redo it in the beginning itself. Okay? Abhi theek hai na?
Right now, it's fine.
Okay, fine. Okay, good evening, Priyanshi. A warm welcome to you, and it's an immense pleasure having you here in this meeting. So, first of all, thank you for your time and congratulations on your formidable scores in the CLAT 2026 exam. So, we would like to know all the tips, tricks, and strategies you deployed to sort of ace this competitive exam. So I think what we really want to know first is why were you so interested in law, right? Why are you so interested in law, and what course did you enroll for? See if you could throw some light on that.
Good evening, ma'am. First of all, thank you so much for having me here. And if I talk about why, in the first place, I was interested with law, I think that is a roller coaster of a question in itself because a lot of us are at the stage after 10th that we have zero idea what we really want to do with life after 10th, and it's very difficult to choose a stream for that as well. For me, my major motivation for choosing law was a few of my family friends. They have done formidably well in the career of law. Even though I have no one in the family from the background of law, but that was a very good motivation for me. Seeing so many of my family friends do so well in law and pass out with flying colors from such good NLUs. So one thing was definitely there, and it has always helped, kind of intrigued me to debate, and I have always been someone who really enjoys public speaking. Somewhere down the line, law really helps to bring out that personality out of you. So that was also one of the big reasons why I chose law.
So the program that you enrolled for, what program was it? 2 years,
I,
1 year?
I was enrolled in the CLLST 2 years span program.
Oh, okay, fine. All right. So how did, I mean, joining early, joining the span batch, how did it help you?
Of course, there are a lot of benefits for joining a program early for CLAT. Firstly, for the first 6 months, you will definitely feel sorry. For the
For the
first
first,
6 months, you will definitely feel very lost because, to be honest, this is a journey where you need to understand what you need to start doing. So for the first 6 months you might feel like, oh my god, should I read this newspaper, should I follow this source? But this is the very golden period of your entire prep journey, because this is where you're going to start building a foundation. For one whole month you cannot have any kind of ambiguity. You really need to follow the limited sources that you know are trusted. So for that 6 months, your biggest concern should be finding those sources that work for you. So you really need to try and test out things. So I think that 6 months very very helpful if you join the batch early. You're building a foundation, you're building the skills. In fact, your mentors are really going to help bring out that best from you in those 6 months, and after that you can start practicing over it. So very helpful if you join the program early, even though it's possible in 1 year. But I think do not take a chance and definitely go for the 2 year batch if you can, because you don't want to miss out on any period that can really help you to ace CLAT.
okay, thank you so much for that input. So, how has been your? It's been a long, arduous, onerous ride for you, but overall, how has been your preparation? You know, the journey that you've traveled, and what resources, support you got, and how did you like manage to go through this journey? A few things on that.
I think it's been around 1.5 years since we have been into this preparation, and it has definitely been, there has been ups and downs. There were mocks, there were classes, there were a lot of materials. So it is tiring at times, but one thing that we need to understand is there is only one goal to actually achieve the dream college that we all have been working so hard for. So whenever you feel down, just think that you are right there in the NLU, the best NLU of the country, and you really want that to happen. So you are ready to go through this phase. And trust me, today when I see myself, any person, I think, even if they are not getting their NLUs, if they have actually prepped well for this 1.5 years, trust me, you have transformed yourself into a totally new person. Like, I would have probably fumbled the capital of Bihar 1.5 years ago, and today I know so much GK, I have so much knowledge. That is what really matters. I think college is one thing, but transforming you as a person, that's what really this prep does to you. So it's very, very important that you put your heart and soul into it. I know there will be times when you feel very demotivated, but this doesn't mean that you have to stop there. It's just that you need to give yourself one push. A break is fine. You can take 1 day break in between and think yourself out, but you cannot stop the prep, because then it means giving up, and that's what we are not here for. So
Yep. So, from what I get from you, a lot of diligence, consistency, self motivation, all of that, you've gone through this phase. What resources did you use? What sort of support did you get to be able to, ace the CLAT exam?
I think CL material was definitely very, very helpful for me. I remember when I saw the alien GK paper. Like, I believe 70% of the GK was definitely covered in Manthans, and people really don't do Manthans. But that was something like a proof that you really should use the CL materials to the best of your use, because I think they're very comprehensive if one is doing them properly, and they are not running behind multiple resources. I believe you can really, really do CLAT very well just with CL resources. And I think one of the best resource out of everything is the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel, for especially for GK, I would say you have daily Hindu analysis going on that classes, and you have daily one topic class happening there at least thrice in a week. Trust me, Salik sir is definitely going to be a game changer in your GK preparation. People have not found this resource. I'm sharing this openly. It is very, very helpful. If you follow him diligently every day, make notes out of those classes. Trust me, 80% of your GK, at least for CLAT, is done and dusted there. He is going to cover everything in those classes. So, very, very helpful.
Okay, great. What else do you think contributed to your critical success factor when you were going through these ups and downs, particularly?
That is a very difficult question, I would say, because there are so many things. So, pinpointing on one thing would be difficult, I would say. But
How about mocks? Tell us a little bit about mocks.
sure, definitely. Mocks was so, so, so helpful. I think I've given 70 plus mocks, and those have been the most immense part of the entire journey. Trust me, for the first, our mocks started in January at CL. And for the first 6 months, I think I was not even practicing a lot for the other subjects. I know I should not say this, but mocks were my go to thing. I have never missed any mock in CL, and I probably would have given 7, 8 more mocks sourced from other places. But I'll come to that aspect as well. First, let's talk about the CL mocks themselves. The best part is going to be that you really need to analyze every single bit of the mock. Giving that 2 hour mock is not enough. Mocks sabhi dete hain, and mocks are good for everyone. But those 2 hour is just you're writing the paper. But for the next 3 hours, you need to get into the mock. Like, for example, if you're taking a passage, if you're just reading it, that will not help. You really need to understand that at the point when you're analyzing, you need to underline the difficult questions that difficult words that you could not understand when you were writing the mock, or you maybe took a guess using the clues in the passage about its meaning. So it's the time when you check the meaning, when you add it to your vocabulary. For questions, if you're getting any question wrong, you really need to understand why you got the question wrong and enter that into your question log. Otherwise, there won't be any help for giving the mock. So these are the small things that you need to understand, that 3 hours is, I would say, minimum when you're giving the analysis. Some people say just look at your mistakes and you'll be done with the analysis. No, you need to understand that at the times it happens that we are just solving and we are taking a guess and it happens to be correct, but here you don't understand why you were confused in the first place itself. You need to understand that in the exam paper there is no scope for being confused. So here, why was I confused in the first place while giving the paper? So I would so say that unless and until you're very sure with an answer, you can skip it, that question, but you should analyze every question. I used to do that for sure.
Yes. Sure. So, from what I understand, mocks are self assessment, skill building, reflection, a world by itself, is what I understand. So, when you had doubts, when you had issues, were they resolved effectively? Were you able to get them sorted?
Yes, definitely. So, first of all, the answer key itself is provided to you. But trust me, it is not just the answer key that helps, it's your mentors. When you point out to a question in the mock and you think that, maybe your answer was right somewhere, but the answer key says something else, your mentors are go to you. Really need to go and tell them that I have difficulty in this question. Can you please make me understand what's wrong here, where I went wrong, or is the question itself wrong? See, 99% of times it happens that we are the ones who are messed up the question, but there's still that 1% of time when actually we are smarter than the question. So do not always question yourself, because at times it might be that the question itself has some flaw in it. So your mentors will definitely help you get out of that dilemma. You really just need to approach them every time. You cannot shy away from your mentors, because they will definitely help you out with every single question, because they're here to help us be the best of us. So definitely.
Great. Priyanshi, top three things for inspiring our CLAT 2027 test takers to ace the exam like you did.
So, first, I like to give some tips, 3 tips, and then I'll go for the motivation part. First, biggest tip is going to be do not run after multiple resources. Trust me, I've seen people, they have run behind multiple coaching materials, even though CL has given them ample of it already. Trust me, you are just going to confuse yourself. And I had this moment where I had such FOMO seeing others, they were doing so much, and I was maybe just sticking to my 1 or 2 resources that I've taken. And there is a sense of feeling that you're missing out something on immense, but trust me, you are not. In the exam paper, everyone is under pressure. Everyone has done, maybe they have done less than you itself. You had clarity all along your prep if you have stick to your limited resources. And if you're done them comprehensively, trust me, you're prepared for the exam already. So you don't need to think that I have to run behind multiple resources. Secondly, analysis. Mocks analysis is the thing to do. Like, trust me, you cannot skip out on mock analysis for any of the mock that you're giving, because it's going to be a waste. Trust me. Like, in between, I remember for 3 or 4 mocks, I could not analyze, and trust me, my inner self was like, why did I not analyze these mocks? And in the last, I took the time, I analyzed them. I did not leave any mock unanalyzed. Very important. Maintain that logbook that you have for the mistakes that you're making. Review them on a periodic basis, because you don't want to repeat the same pattern of mistakes in the next mock. There will be no learning. If you're making that logbook, you need to analyze it कि कहाँ मैं गलत जा रही थी, ताकि when the next time you're giving a mock, you're not repeating the same set of mistakes. If it's a new set of mistakes, good, you're learning more. But if it's the same, then this means you're not reflecting on your mistakes. Third very important thing I would say, do not leave vocabulary. Trust me, I have made this mistake, and many of the aspirants have made the mistake. Vocabulary is very important, and I would like to add analytical reasoning here as well. CLAT gives you a lot of surprises. This year, they have made the surprise of putting entire logical section as just AR. Trust me, the ones who could handle AR, it was a very good change for them. But the ones who could not, it broke their paper. So you need to be sure that you are ready for these surprises, and this will happen by listening to your mentors. A lot of my mentors kept repeating it that AR kar lo, vocabulary kar lo, but people didn't listen to that pointer and in the prep. And trust me, they were just struggling in the paper. They were probably remembering their mentors' words ki kar lo, lekin they didn't do. So trust me, vocabulary and AR. Even though you're putting just half an hour in vocabulary, trust me, half an hour मैं ज़्यादा बोल रही हूँ. If you're from starting से आप half an hour daily का लगा रहे हो and you're revising the words that you have already picked up at one point of time, you're sorted with vocabulary, trust me, and you're going to ace vocabulary in Klatka paper. They don't ask you some very, very high level of words, but the ones that they ask, you will be able to do it if you have put consistent efforts. And analytical reasoning will come with practice. Pick up your module. Don't waste time. Just pick up your module and start practicing AR. Personally, I enjoyed AR so much. I was hoping in my entire prep that there should be AR in the paper, and I was very happy when I saw the paper that, oh my god, this is filled with AR. So these 3 tips, I hope it will really help you. These are my top 3 tips. When it comes to motivation, your biggest source of motivation is you yourself. If someone else gives you a motivation, that will last for 2 or 3 days. But trust me, the self motivation that, yeah, I am driven towards achieving my dream. So that is really going to last for a long period of time. If someone else is giving you motivation, that is just external motivation. It might help you for 2, 3 days, not more than that. So pick up that pen if you're someone who really likes to write your dreams, write the goal that you want, and you can paste it out on your desk or maybe the wall in front of you. It is really going to help a lot. Even in the last 1 week of ALIT after CLAT, I was so exhausted. I really didn't have the capacity to, kind of revise for ALIT anymore. But I stuck those notes, tiny little notes, in my bedroom so that I can get the motivation that, yes, I still need to work for ALIT. So it's really
Great.
going to help a lot.
Yeah. So Priyanshi, it was quite insightful, very, very detailed. And I'm sure the talk that you gave us now is going to really kindle that fire in our next year's aspirants. And I do hope that I'll be interviewing them next year the way I'm doing here. Okay. Thank you so much. Stay blessed and good luck. All right.
Thank you so very
Thank
much.
you so much.
It
Thank
was
you.
a pleasure being here. Thank you so much.
Same.